You're walking into a room late. Everyone's already seated. The chair scrapes. Every head turns, or at least that's what it feels like. Your face goes hot. For the next 20 minutes, you're convinced the whole room is thinking about your late entrance, your messy hair, the coffee stain you noticed 5 seconds before you walked in. And here's what nobody tells you. Almost none of them will remember it by lunchtime. This is the spotlight effect. Your brain's stubborn belief that other people notice you far more than they actually do. Your mistakes, your outfit, your awkward pauses. You experience your own life from the inside, in high definition, with full commentary. So your brain quietly assumes everyone else is watching the same broadcast. They're not. They're busy starring in their own. Psychologists Thomas Gilovich and his colleagues at Cornell ran a now famous experiment to measure this. They asked college students to walk into a room full of people while wearing an embarrassing t-shirt, a big Barry Manilow print, chosen specifically because students found it uncool. Afterward, the wearers estimated how many people in the room noticed the shirt. They guessed about half. The real number was closer to 1 in 4. People overestimated their own visibility by roughly double, and that gap shows up everywhere. In follow-up studies, people overestimated how much others noticed their contributions in group discussions, both the brilliant comments and the embarrassing ones. We assume our highs and lows are being recorded. Mostly, they're just missed. So why does your brain do this? It comes down to a simple design limitation. You are the center of your own experience, every second of every day. You know your intentions, your history, your worries. You knew about that coffee stain before anyone else could have possibly seen it. And your brain uses its own experience as the starting point for guessing what other people see. Psychologists call this anchoring. You start from your own intense awareness of yourself, then try to adjust downward for other people. But you never adjust enough. The stain feels enormous to you, so you assume it registers at least somewhat for everyone else. In reality, most people never processed it at all. There's a second layer to this. Everyone around you is running the same self-centered software. The colleague you think judged your presentation? She spent the meeting worried about her own slides. The stranger who saw you trip on the sidewalk. He was rehearsing an argument in his head. Attention is a limited resource, and almost everyone spends most of theirs on themselves. The math is almost funny. A room full of people, each convinced they're being watched, while nobody is actually watching anyone. Picture a specific scene. A woman in her 20s is at the gym for the first time in months. She's sure the regulars are cataloging her mistakes. Wrong grip, wrong machine settings, too much rest between sets. She cuts the workout short and leaves. Now, rewind the same scene through everyone else's eyes. The man next to her is counting his own reps. The trainer is watching a client. The woman by the mirror is fixing her form. Not one person formed a single opinion about the newcomer. The audience she fled from never existed. Or, take something even smaller. You send a message with a typo, you spot it 2 seconds after hitting send, and now it's all you can see. You consider sending a correction. For the other person, that typo occupied maybe 1/10 of a second of processing, if it registered at all. Your brain treats it like a headline. Their brain treated it like background noise. Here's where this gets practical, because the spotlight effect isn't just a quirky bug, it quietly runs parts of your life. It's a big reason people don't ask questions in meetings, don't dance at weddings, don't go back to the gym, don't speak up, don't try things they'd enjoy. The imagined audience acts like a security guard blocking the door, and the audience isn't real. So the next time you feel the spotlight burning, the stain, the stumble, the shaky voice, try running one quick test. Ask yourself, how much do I actually remember about other people's embarrassing moments? The colleague who mispronounced a word last month? The friend who tripped at the party? Chances are you barely remember if you noticed at all. That's exactly how much they remember about yours. The spotlight isn't off. It was never on. And once you really understand that, an odd kind of freedom opens up. You can be a little braver in public because the truth is, the public was never looking.